One of Winnipeg's relatively newer choirs has returned for the fall to create a space for everyone to participate in the power of singing. The Sick and Twisted Theater Community Choir is a place meant for people of all abilities and skill levels to sing and perform together. The choir is led by the wonderful Emily King, who joins us once again in the Classic 107 studios. Hello.
Hello, it's so nice to be here.
So, this choir started earlier on this year as an initiative from Sick and Twisted Theater. How have these first couple of weeks and months and sort of seasons of the choir been going so far?
So lovely. So we started a little bit later this year. We've only had 2 rehearsals together, and already we've had some lovely folks that have been with us, for the last since February when we began. They've rejoined us, and then this most recent rehearsal we had like 3 or 4 all new faces, which was so exciting.
Great.
Yeah, it's been wonderful so far.
The last time we spoke about the choir as well, we talked about the goal of the group being able to perform at events or even at protests, as I recall. How have those plans all been shaping up, and how have they all been a part of what this community choir is all about?
Well, I'm very excited to say that we actually have our first performance later today.
What?
So we're performing at a concert that the artistic director of Sick and Twisted Theater is speaking at. So yeah, it's very funny. We had these new folks come in at our most recent rehearsal, and we were like, "Do you want to perform with us?" And they were like, "Yes, we've been to one rehearsal and we're going to join you."
Why not?
And that just honestly made my heart just like explode into just joy. So yeah, there's going to be a handful of us that we all get to sing together later this afternoon, which I'm really thrilled about.
That's terrific. Where is that performance taking place, and what does that look like?
Great question. So it is part of a specific conference. So unfortunately, it's not open to the public.
We'll wait for another time to then hear the community choir.
And it's coming.
Great, that's awesome. But great that they're able to get that you're able to get this kind of performance off the ground so quickly, given that you've only had a couple of rehearsals, as you've said. What are some of the ways that the Sick and Twisted Theater Community Choir makes learning and rehearsing music something that is accessible and an enjoyable thing for everybody who gets to participate?
Great question. So one of the things, we have so many different kinds of lyric sheets. It's something so simple, but we've got ones that are in really big fonts, ones that are just like small enough so that they're one sheet so you don't have to turn pages. We also learn a little bit call and response style. So I'll sort of say through a line to get the rhythm, the choir will repeat, and then we'll sing through it and the choir will repeat. So we're trying to kind of come at it from all angles. We also do, if there's a recorded version of the song we're singing, we'll have a listen before we dive in. And something that we've sort of adopted, because it is a drop-in choir, so we're having different numbers of people every week. Sometimes somebody completely new comes in, and we've been rehearsing the same song for a few weeks. We've taken to singing through the song to share with the person or the people that are brand new, and then slowly sort of working them into the mix. And it's been so far it's been really, really fun and really special.
To watch you describe this is to watch somebody who has a lot of joy about this project and everything that it stands for. How would you describe the atmosphere of these choir rehearsals and what the vibe is of the people who are participating?
It's so fun. It's so delightful. Everybody is so game and so curious and so kind to each other. That's something that is really special about this space, is just watching everybody get to know each other and find these beautiful things in common that maybe they wouldn't have expected they had in common, and just building this really lovely little community around getting together and singing has been just so magical. It just makes me so happy.
So we are talking about all of the magic that is taking shape with the Sick and Twisted Theater Community Choir. And we mentioned very briefly there the sort of methods that you all take to ensure that the music is getting learned and that there's all this joy that abounds within the group. We talked last time as well about what kinds of repertoire you're singing specifically. I remember talking about some Neil Young and some Weaker Thans covers. What sorts of things are you looking forward to performing this year with the group?
Well, as always, we're trying to source as much music as we can from the choir itself. So we love suggestions. We had somebody email about a dozen songs the other day, which was just like, oh, so exciting. And right now we're working on Come and Get Your Love by Redbone.
All right.
Which is going very well. The harmonies are really shaping up. We're working on Barrett's Privateers by Stan Rogers, which has been really fun. We've only just touched on it so far, so I'm looking forward to kind of building that up a little bit more. And then we're sort of opening the floor a little bit to, take some suggestions. But to give a little taste, last year we did everything from Blondie to Neil Young to traditional folk songs to new folk songs. There was one week we even did some musical theater that was really fun. So we really try and just... everyone is welcome and all music is welcome too.
This is one facet of not just the community life with Sick and Twisted Theater, but also just one facet of your creative output as well. As the leader of this ensemble, Emily, what do you take from these weekly rehearsals and the process of getting ready for a performance into the rest of the things that you perform in here in the city of Winnipeg and beyond?
That's a really good question. Thank you so much. I think it just really grounds me in what I love about art and what I love about Winnipeg, which is that sense of real deeply rooted community, and intimacy isn't quite the right word, but there's, I think, this closeness that happens when you live all together in a really cold city. And I think that sort of, it creates this like really beautiful foundation in which to build community and make art. So every Saturday from 4 to 6, I am just further grounded into that. Like, oh yes, this is why we do these things, to connect with the people around us and celebrate together.
We're looking forward to celebrating more with the Sick and Twisted Theater Community Choir. We will have more information about upcoming events and link to their social media, which is a great place to follow along with everything Sick and Twisted Theater does. That link will be up at our website later on this morning, classic107.com, and on the Classic 107 app. Emily King, it is always a pleasure having you here in our studios to talk about your endeavors. All the best for this first performance today.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
We're excited to see it too, and to see what the rest of your choir does in the coming year.
Thank you for having me.